My internet connection is horrible. I'm going to wind up uploading this, but this is just going to be an update, shop update, projects, what I've been doing. It's been a while since I've been here. So yeah, I'm going to upload this video eventually, but just had to, I guess, make a video, put something out there to where know that I'm still here, still working, still doing stuff, just to catch everyone up that may watch this. It's very echoey in the shop. I didn't realize how echoey it was, but I've been working on a customer project. If you follow my Instagram, you already know what it is. The timeline is all, I'm already more or less finished with that project, but I'm taking some time to finally kind of organize my shop over into the new shop. So it's just been kind of a long while since I've done anything. Is chat available here? Okay, I think chat or questions or whatever's available. So basically, just putting out a update video, more or less what we got going on. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them now. I don't know how long this video is going to last, if we get some questions or not, but basically, Jacob, welcome. Not much has changed other than this area of the shop has changed drastically, in the sense of, I don't know if you remember what it was before. You can go back and look at some old videos, but it's just been kind of a disaster. Whenever I built this shop, I just more or less, once I got something up, I started a project and I just kind of made do with what I had. I didn't really take the time to set it up how I wanted it and all that stuff. So with what we're doing here, hey, if those of you who are here, is the connection all right? Because I have no idea if this is my internet is less than great out here in the boonies. So if it's good, let me know. If not, oh well, we'll have this will just be an update video on the channel. But more or less, so yeah, it's been a year or two since originally got this building put up. And as soon as I got more or less a roof on it and this wall, good connection, Jeremy, awesome. All right, so it's been more or less a year and a half almost since I got this up, and I put a wall on it, and next thing you know, I started a project, and it's just never gotten done to where, you know, I want it set up and organized and stuff like that. So the half the shop is still ratty. It's going to be like this for a minute because I want to do some other things. Mainly, I need to build a storage rack outside for this here. But what's changed over here is a lot of it. Cleaned everything out here the other night, pressure washed the walls, and then I went and bought some shelving units just to kind of organize and get things together. Finally have my big toolbox over here with all my Carlisle stuff in it. So I finally got most of stuff that I've been lacking. I've been getting by with what I've had in here, but it's just, it's finally coming together. So that's where I've been. If you guys follow my Instagram, you will know you've been seeing pictures of a project I've been doing. That's since left the shop, and there's no video on it. And that is totally my fault because I just put my head down. I wanted to get this thing done. I was kind of on a time crunch, so therefore I was just trying to get it done and not worry about picking up a camera and videoing and all that. So that's my fault for not videoing anything, but probably in the next video, the actual legit channel video you guys are going to see, you'll get to see all the project if you don't follow my Instagram. So more or less, that is done, and I've just been spending time cleaning this up. Now, going forward, got to get the trailer done. That's my next goal, is to get the trailer done, and after that, I have unlimited projects. There's no shortage of projects around here, that's for sure. But more or less, just wanted to come on here and make a quick video. I'm not going to do necessarily a shop tour or anything right now. Just more or less updates, and looking forward to getting some more projects in here. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them now. I don't know. I don't have much much else here that I think I need to say. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask away. In the meantime, I'm gonna see if it's not a bobber. Well, it kind of looks like a bobber, but it's just a Harley Sportster. 2000 Harley Sportster. I got it used. It needs some work. This one fork is leaking pretty good. Got to do some stuff to it. I've been riding it, but it's been sitting for a few months because I've just been too busy to do anything. But I'd like to do a lot more work to it, but again, that's another project. Pit and or lift in the future. Not in this shop, that's for sure. There is not enough. Let me back up here. There is just not enough room in here to do the things that I want to do and still be able to yeah, it's just not going to work to get a lift in here. I'd love a lift, but it's not going in this shop. This shop is going to strictly stay more or less mechanic and fabrication to that extent. I'd love to have a lift. I'm going to eventually probably get one in the next shop, or maybe in addition to this shop or something like that. But yeah, nothing in here. Hello, Mr. J.C. Smith. So, all right, I was doing something and now I forgot. Forget what I was doing here. Oh, my bike is dead. That's what I was working on. This thing is dead, and I was trying to find a charger, but I ain't got one. So I was going to pull the battery out, but yeah, I don't know. So let me see what else I'm leaving out here. Yeah. If anybody's wondering, these are cheap IKEA cabinets. They are cheap, but take care of them, don't abuse them. They should last a good while. Same thing up there. There's 3 cabinets together, and it's just, there's nothing super organized right now, but it's way more organized than what I had in here. If you guys remember, this table over here was just a plain old mess, and there's still stuff that's a mess. Like I said, half of this is going to stay ratty for now, because main thing I want to do before I do anything with all the good metal in here, I need to build a rack outside under some cover so I can get all this out of here, and then I'm going to wind up pressure washing the rest of the shop. This, if you can tell right there, is where I stopped pressure washing, but from here this way it's clean, and I need to clean out this way and get that done. So to answer your question, Mr. JC, the update is I'll be working on that tomorrow more than likely. I'm going to get back on that. I've just been doing too many other things, but that is priority to get the trailer done, because I need a trailer. I can't live without a trailer. I did some bartering with the other one I had, so I got to get this trailer done and answer the next question if I can get my phone to cooperate. There we go. The next project is, Cody, the next project is the trailer. So I'll be working on that tomorrow. Tomorrow's, I don't know when the video is going to go up for the project I was working on, but I'll probably include some pictures in the next video. I don't know if the next video is going to be the trailer. I have some other stuff that I filmed a while ago. Me tearing down an old 7.3 Ford that I got out of a parts truck that I bought. So I'm gonna put a video together, but I'm back to hopefully making videos on the regular, and we'll go from there. I don't know how to work this thing. Building looks good. Thanks, Brian. Are you still rig welding? Absolutely. That's one thing that I'll never give up. It's something that there are days like anything where it's hot here in Florida. That's where I'm at. during the summertime, it can be a doozy. I know other places get hotter and other places are worse, but it's no joke here in Florida in the summertime. But that's one thing I'll never give up is rig welding. I'm about an hour north of Tampa, Florida. Jeremy, that's where I'm located. So, I don't know how long I need to make this video. We're already going 10 minutes now. But basically, a little shop update and hopefully get back to the videos on the regular here very shortly. I did finish wiring up. If you guys remember my Hyperlight LEDs that I finally got those wired in on a switch. Same with over here. Can you do some downhill pipe welding vids? It's possible. I never really, I will say that I'm not I don't know, I wouldn't consider myself a great teacher. You know, I've taught people to weld, but I learn by watching somebody else. That's just how I learn. I learn by just observing and taking in and then trial and error myself. But I could definitely probably maybe do that in the future if you can remind me that, or if anybody watching this video would like to see some downhill pipe videos, leave a comment below, because this video will stay up on the channel. It's going to be kind of lengthy because it's just me talking and you'll have to get through it to understand what we're talking about. But yeah, if I can do that, it's just not something that I've necessarily thought about doing. So, all right, we're going to go to probably about 15 minutes and call it quits after that, because there's no reason that you guys want to hear me ramble on for all that long. So if you got questions, ask them now. You already know what this video is about. If you are just joining in, this video will be up on channel to watch and catch what you missed. I picked up me a little press here. This is new for the entire shop. Not much, but it is going to come in handy. I actually picked up another welder here too. A friend's neighbor was selling this. Millermatic 211, got a smoking deal on it. Couldn't pass it up, has a spool gun and everything. The gentleman who had it, he passed away, and it was never used. He bought it, had it in his shop, never used it. So very good deal there. Still got the rest of the crew. So yeah. Let me see what I missed here. Still got the second gen. So which second gen are you referring to? Because I have several. Which one are you talking about? How big is the shop, and are you planning on adding onto it? So let me back up here. So from this column to this column on center is 19 foot 8 inches. That's on center. These are 8-inch steel pipe. And the reason I did 19.8 so that a 20 foot, this is roughly a 112 pitch, so that whenever a 20-foot beam was cut, it would sit about in the center of the column. That's the way it's figured. Overall, I'm not really sure, but it's 8 5/8 diameter pipe. You can do the math on that. And then this way, it is, I want to say it's right at 30 feet from here to the other column. So it's 20 by 30, more or less. And then this area over here is another about 11 feet or so. I'm not exactly sure. It's just the building that was here. If you guys see this slab here, this was the original pump house for the orange grove. There's no longer oranges here. They died out in the freeze a while ago. And then everything around it here is existing. And if you can tell, the floor is very uneven. Nothing's great, but it works. It's concrete. It's not dirt. yeah, last thing was, it's between columns about 15 feet. So this is probably a 10 by 18, something like that in here. How big is the shop? And I'm planning to add on to it. It'll probably be, it will probably be another year or two before I'm ready and able. Maybe sooner. We'll see what happens. But I'm either going to build another bigger shop, and again, this is all, we'll see what the future holds. But if anything, I'm going to expand out the backside probably and add on another building, because this space in here will be more or less dedicated to welding, grinding, fabricating, just getting dirty in here. And then I'd like to have something else where I can tear things apart, keep it cleaner, where it's more enclosed and all that. So that's that. Mr. JC, I want the ability to be able to press out bearing races and stuff like that if need be. I've needed to press for a long time, but I just never. It was part of the deal with the Miller-Matic over there that I got. All right, Cody, the one with the bags of 4 lengths. So it's on my list of things to get done, to be honest, and there's going to be a twist to it. I don't think I'm going to use the gray cab anymore, just because it's going to need a lot of work to get back to original, for lack of a better term. And I have another better cab body-wise, but it's going to take some work. So I'm thinking about making you just have to wait and see, but that's on my list of things to do. Up and coming right now, the gooseneck step deck is priority number 1. Next, I have if you guys remember the old SA200 that I've been working on, it's again, things get dragged out, but my old Ethan's 200, I wound up some horse trading, and I want to get that put back together and running, so I have a backup weld machine. And then after that, I have possibly an idea to build like I have an old service body that I want to maybe turn into a trailer, but a gooseneck, and that way I can have a backup to the backup welding rig, kind of, and then more or less base it around kind of mechanics things. We're already way past our 15 minutes, by the way. And then after that, we'll see what happens. Things might come up and I might have to do something else, but I want to get the 2nd gen done. I want to get in the shop because it's just been sitting outside for Evening Roadrunner. It's just been sitting outside for a very long time. It needs a lot of work to get cleaned up. There's not a lot left to do to the frame wise, or as far as fabrication. I just need to figure out the front. And I may or may not stick with bags in the front, just depending on how difficult it's going to be to finish that off. I don't really know yet, but probably I'd say no later than the first of the year, looking to either start it or not start it. Just be my guess here. So, any other questions before we get out of here? Because some people, random viewers, tell me I talk a lot. Some of you guys want me to talk more. Can't make everybody happy, you know what I'm saying? Mr. JC, nice to see you again, even though I'm not really seeing you. I've been watching, I haven't been watching too much of your, I saw where you went and picked up the wrecker, and I haven't watched any more of it, but it'd be really sweet to have a wrecker. Actually, I want to find I'd really like to find an FL70 with air brakes. I've been looking around for something like that as a little yard truck where I can move a trailer or two if I have to, but something small. I'd like an 8.3 Cummins in it. There's a few around, but again, it's like, I don't know if I need to spend that money right now. So, let's see here. Cody, keep up the good work. Will do. Are you still running the other 2nd gen as a main welding ring? Yes, I am. That's another project. You never have to, no, let me back up. when a truck leaks so much oil, all you have to do is change the filter and keep adding oil. So that's, I'll just leave it at that. That truck, the rear main seal on that truck is no good. And I overlooked that when I was putting the trans in. So therefore, it needs some work. The oil pan gasket's leaking bad, I know. It just needs some help. So I want to take some time to remedy that. But still runs great. It's been getting me to and from work every day for the past, since I think I started using it in March, end of March, something like that. And I drive typically an hour and a half one way, you know, give or take, sometimes an hour, sometimes less, but about two to 3 hours a day, and it gets me down the road just fine. You just gotta be a little cautious with it. All right. Dump trailer, you may still doing good. Yes, as far as I know, it's, if you guys remember, a friend of mine had I built it for a friend of mine, and it's down in Jupiter. Down in Jupiter is where he lives, so that's where it's residing. And he uses it. He uses it to go get manure for his garden and whatever, gravel for his driveway and whatnot. I might be selling this one. Oh, the wrecker. Wait a few more months, you'll be able to buy a whole lot of trucks for the same money. Prices are coming down. That's good to hear, because we're definitely way above the means of, everything's outrageous right now. That's why some of the stuff I've just been putting off, because I don't want to spend the extra money that stuff costs right now, for that reason. So that's partly some of it. We're already at 22 minutes. I don't know why anybody's here still listening to me. Just some weirdo walking around in his garage pacing because I don't know how to be still. It's not in my nature. So, any final questions? I'm cutting this video at 25 minutes, no matter what. So if you got any questions right now, get them in. There's no need for anything to be longer than this. So, and then, what time is it? I'm not going to even try now because I'll probably end the video abruptly and not realize it. I'm your flatbed hero, Joe? I don't think so. Somebody just asked me to build a flatbed recently. I can't remember. It's not important. All right, T-minus 2 minutes. I know there's going to be a lag in the communication of chat to timing, but less than 2 minutes here. Lots of trucking companies closing down, markets becoming flooded, values drop. That's, yeah, a lot of companies closing, and not in a good way. If anybody is, anybody who watches this in the future and makes it this far in this video, do you guys have any suggestions on sealing around the perimeter of my building? This is built on the existing slab, so therefore I didn't have a piece of flashing to more or less go around the slab. So it's just the deck comes right down to the slab. Do you have any recommendations on building sealant for the seam on this thing? CJ, would you buy the SA300 again if you could go back? Absolutely. I need to find some wood to knock on because that thing has, I bought it in 2015 and I've got about 3,000 hours on it now, and I've literally done nothing to it other than change the oil, fuel filters, and the air filters. That is literally all I've done to that thing. It's a great thing. I have the Kubota in mine, the 3-cylinder Kubota. It's the HG model, by the way. So Yeah, absolutely, 100% would buy it again. Expandable foam is waterproof. Expandable foam. I almost need something like, what do you call that stuff? I need something with some flex in it, because so the building can more or less move at the bottom. Not move, but anyway. But I'll look into the foam for sure. All right, we're at our deadline here. Masonry caulk, something that'll bond metal to concrete. Do you know like what the product is by chance? All right, and then we're wrapping up here. I'm giving you 60 seconds for any last questions here. Gravel. Gravel. CJ, you bought one with the Perkins. I don't. I knew a guy I work with. He bought one around the same time as me, and with the Perkins in it, and he hasn't had any problems out of it either. In my area, Kubota is more prevalent, so I just figured that it would be easier to find parts if I needed it for the Kubota. That's why I went with that. That's basically it. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching, and hopefully soon we will have another video out on the gooseneck trailer. There'll probably be one kind of fill-in video to kind of bring everybody up to date with some pictures and everything. If you don't follow my Instagram, go check it out, _J_Moffett, I think. You can see what I've been working on there, and yeah, look for videos real soon though. So NP1 roof caulk, NP1. Okay, I will look into that, Smitty. Thank you. We're rolling out of here. Appreciate everyone watching. Probably be Monday or Tuesday before you see a video, just because it's probably when I'll get around to editing a video and anything. So thank you guys for tuning in, and hope to see y'all real soon. Appreciate it, guys. Let me figure out how to get out of here. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.